Hey guys, Nico here. I'm currently at my place. It's day 4 of no electricity. You know, with the LA wildfires happening right now, we thought it'd be interesting to share our story and experience. Plus, with the news footage, it's a lot of images of chaos and flames and burnt houses, and it's really hard to get a sense of space and geography. And we're going to try to fix that with this video. We're going to take a telephoto camera to the top of one of the mountains. We're going to show you the mountains that have been burning, the cities that have been affected, and hopefully give you a bit of a clearer picture and a better understanding of what's actually happening here in Los Angeles. Also, 100% of the ad revenue of this video is going to be donated to charities to support the victims of these wildfires, and I'm going to push you to donate as well. We have links down in the description below. People need your help. All right, let's get to it.
You can see there's some ashes on the React couch. And I don't know if the white balance of the camera is set accordingly, but there's a yellow cast in the studio. As you guys have probably heard, because it's been on the news everywhere in the world, there are major wildfires in Los Angeles. It's been hard to get a bird's eye view of what exactly is happening. The news is all over the place with all these different things they're talking about. There's the Palisades fires as well. So we're gonna hop in the car and head out there, not to Altadena specifically, but to a safe spot and see what we can film. Thankfully, no one here has lost a house or anything to the fires. We're the lucky ones.
For me, it was Monday, and I started hearing like, oh, there's gonna be a big windstorm tomorrow. And then as we got closer, we got into Tuesday, they're like, oh, this is gonna be the biggest windstorm LA has seen in 15 years. And then I got home, and sure enough, it started being incredibly windy. Yeah. Knocked out the power. I saw a transformer explode in my backyard.
That's crazy.
Within 2 hours, my power line, specifically to my house, breaks and falls into my yard when the Palisades fire started. And you can see the smoke from the studio. But then that night, Clint sends us a text message. He goes, oh shoot, fire just started in Eaton Canyon. He was in Eaton Canyon right before the fire started. And you can just hear like the trepidation in his voice.
Pasadena fires. Shoot.
And that has turned into a massive apocalyptic scenario. I mean, Palisades has been wiped off the map, but Altadena is like right next to where basically we all live. And it's been hard to figure out what has happened to Altadena because it's been covered by a smoke cloud. It seems like there's not a lot of it left, but I don't know.
I got a long camera and a tripod on my backpack here. I'm gonna ride an e-bike up a hill and try and chase these guys on their one wheels.
Just heads up, we gotta be careful because there's literally a down power line lying on my garage.
Okay, let's watch out for that.
So here it is.
What the heck? Oh, it's right here.
It's right here.
Oh.
So, you know, don't touch it.
I thought it'd be like further away.
What does it taste like? Don't do it!
So the way the power goes into my house is it came off this pole here, and then it actually had a steel cable, which is lying on top of the hibiscus plant here, that tensioned it, and it had a bend, and it went into my power supply up there. So that steel cable snapped, and the whole power line fell down.
Oh, right here.
And it's right here. It's really sketchy. I don't think it's hot, but it's still pretty sketchy.
Like I woke up the morning after and it was really smoky and I was like, oh, that's not so bad. And I tried to drop Gideon off at school because it was technically still open. I was like, you know, might as well, like we don't have power. I'm there to drop him off and I slow down and there's like no one outside except one greeter. She's like, oh yeah, sorry, his teacher's not even here yet. I got a text message like an hour later saying all schools are closed. That's when it kind of hit. I was like, oh, here we go. Like there is.
Here, roll down your window neck.
This is damage. Whoa.
Check this out right here.
Dude.
Yeah, crunch.
That's a very big tree. Oh my God. The tree's like good
this
still?
house took a big chunk into the roof here too.
My tire is lopsided.
I've always like had this, I guess, philosophy where like, if I can, I'm gonna get my eyes on it. I'm gonna figure it out for myself. I'm gonna be aware of what's going on. You know, we got these wheels. There's a big hill behind my house. I hit up Ren and Alex to see if we wanted to go out and see what was happening. And so the windstorm was going crazy, but on the top of the mountain is clear. We didn't have to worry about any debris. And we went up there. And on that ride up, we saw 3 transformers explode. We saw a whole neighborhood lose power. We could see the Palisades fire burning out in the Santa Monica Mountains. And then we could see the glow from the Eaton fire. And when we got to the top, we finally got to see it in full. And the flames were huge, it was spreading. It was all on the hillside at that time, but you could see a stream of cars coming down the hill from traffic, from people evacuating. It was nice to get up there and get eyes on it, and it was crazy to see because it was just this huge roaring inferno. I mean, just wondering, like, is it gonna stay in the hills? What's gonna happen? So we rode down from the mountain after checking out the fires. The neighborhood we went into, there was no power. It was really eerie going through a whole neighborhood where it's pitch black, couldn't see anybody. But as we're going down the street, we see a whole huge tree, one of these huge pines, had fallen and had thankfully fallen into the street, but it just broke all the branches of the other trees that it broke through. We keep going a little further and we see another huge tree straight across the street, right through a house and a fence, and blocking the street entirely. And it's one of those things where if they had to evacuate, there's no way out of that street. But the wind destruction was crazy because it was almost hurricane level winds. And overnight, that Eaton Canyon fire got huge, and all those sparks and all those embers have gotten blown down into Altadena. And so when we get to the top of the mountain here and show you the geography of it, hopefully we'll see how smoky it is, and we'll see what exactly is burning and what isn't.
Nick, you gotta go for that tower up there.
That tower used to be an old bomb warning system alarm. Yeah, there's a big diesel powered horn up there that would crank that thing. I'm hoping that from up there we can get a glimpse of what exactly is happening in Altadena.
It's pretty smoky. It's pretty clear on this side, but like there is a dark smoke lingering in the air still.
You can clearly see a giant plume of smoke on the other side, so we're gonna get a better view up here in a bit. You can see here too, all the dust and sand and gravel has been blown off to the side of the road.
This is already pretty ominous.
Wow, so hidden. There's actually more visibility than I thought we'd have. It's still pretty hazy.
So it looks like most of the fires actually in Altadena are pretty much out now, because the fire is now very heavily up around Mount Wilson and the other side of it. Mount Wilson is up there in the smoke. You can't see it currently.
Okay, the reason why this is kind of freaking me out though, in LA there's lots of like light colored buildings to deal with, you know, the heat. And you can see there's this circle, like a patch, where you can see the trees and the darkness of all that kind of go up to the mountains, but there's no white within it. There's nothing light in that area there because obviously I guess the fire went through there, because you can see though.
That's NASA right there. That's JPL, all those big white buildings.
I can't imagine how hard the firefighters had to work the past 2 days here. They've been very stretched thin. You know, it's one thing when like your job is just an important job. It's another thing when like people's lives depend on your job. Like it stops becoming a job and starts becoming like duty, and just, you know, going without sleep and pushing yourself to do as much as you can. It's crazy.
Do you guys want to go higher?
Yeah, let's go up there. And
if we're gonna see anything, I think this lens will help us, so.
How many millimeters is that, Sam?
600 millimeters.
So we probably already said at the beginning of the video, but the Red Cross and Direct Relief are two charities that we support and would encourage you to donate. We'll have links in the description below. But yeah, you guys should help out. Some people need your help right now, both here and in the Palisades.
Clint literally just texted me 20 minutes ago saying that like the fire reached the top of Mount Wilson where the observatory is. There's a famous photo of Einstein up there in front of the giant telescope right before they confirmed general relativity. On top of the mountain, we can't even see it. You see that like little ridge there?
So we're currently on the top of San Rafael Hills, and I've pointed this camera at a neighborhood that was filmed by a news helicopter that was on fire yesterday. And so you see the neighborhood right here. A lot of the houses are still intact, but definitely a lot of them got burnt down. The houses are white, so any dark patches are basically patches where there's no more house. We zoom out here now, we get some context. So there's that neighborhood. Right down here is JPL. And then if we go along, so back to the neighborhood here, there's a neighborhood. If we go along the mountain, down that direction, that's where Eaton Canyon is. And then right down there is downtown Altadena.
Oh my God, okay. I see it, oh my God. This is downright apocalyptic. This is zoomed in all the way with the crop happening. So if you pan around, you'll be able to see the destroyed houses, the telephone poles that have fallen over.
This is like, I mean, it looks like a nuclear bomb went off. Everything is leveled. Wow.
That's 2 miles long.
Yeah. I think they said about 1,000 structures have been burned down.
At least.
People keep asking like, why is California catching on fire? Like why are there so many fires here? That sounds suspicious. And it's like, well, it all started with the wind. All it takes is one little spark and all of this stuff would go up in flames. So it's honestly surprising to me that there's not more fires happening. California is a humongous state. It's like 800 miles tall by like something like 250 miles wide. And there's so much brush. Like look at all that, this is brush. How do you can't just rake those leaves.
Yeah, you can't get on the side of a mountain and clean up that brush. And that's the thing, it's like when there's 90-mile-per-hour winds, it doesn't matter. Anybody who's like saying this is like Gavin Newsom's fault or Karen Bass, like they're talking out of their ass. Like it's a natural disaster. It's like saying an earthquake or tornado is somebody's fault. The reality is California has wildfires. It happens every year. There's a fire season every year. The other reality is that more and more people live here. And as that happens, people expand and move into areas that have that threat. And we do our best to mitigate it. We do our best to deal with it. But just like people in Florida getting hit with hurricanes, like, you know, Mother Nature meets civilization and the results aren't always pretty. And regarding like taking care of the brush, like look here, like the fire roads are maintained. They are on top of it. They do clear out the brush. In fact, the brush right there has been trimmed recently. But the reality is you can only do so much. You can't trim every single bit of a mountain. And if you did, you pretty much lay waste to the biology of the place. I've been getting a lot of texts from worried friends and family wondering if we are okay, if Corridor's okay with what's going on. And the geography of this place is pretty confusing and it's massive. So we're gonna head up to that mountain peak right there where there's a 360 view of everything, and I'll show you guys where Altadena is relative to where downtown is. All right, so to give you a sense of the geography of everything here, that's Altadena down there that's been mostly burned out. And there's the Mount Wilson and stuff up there. And if we pan over here, downtown Los Angeles is right on the other side of those mountains, probably by about 13 miles. Right down there is Glendale. And on the other side of Glendale there, you can kind of see a faint mountain. That's the Griffith Park right there. And on the other side of Griffith Park, right on the top, is the Hollywood sign. So the Sunset Fire was actually right down there by a little ways. And that's where that happened. Over there is Mount Verdugo, where we tend to ride. Oh, and of course, way out west there is the Palisades, by about 30 miles or so, 35 miles. Yeah, all the way to the coast. And that's the geography of it all. Oh, and of course, I forgot to mention Pasadena, right down there. Boop, I don't even need to point at it, you can see it. It's right there. So the fires, unlike the news maybe implying that all of Los Angeles is on fire, the fires are in pretty distinct areas and they are causing a lot of destruction. A lot of people are really hurting right now. We at Corridor are really fortunate that no one's lost their house. We only have to deal with some smoke and power outages and that kind of stuff. If you can help out, consider helping out. We have links down below for the different charities that we're supporting here, and we'll be donating the ad revenue from this video as well. Go outside and directly help a neighbor with something too, you know, make a difference. Yeah, if you're in LA, good luck. I hope you make it through all the smoke all right. I hope you make it through all the power outages and ashes all right. And hopefully this video gave you a little more perspective, at least with what's going on, gave you our perspective, you know, a little bit of a bird's eye view here. We'll be returning to our regularly scheduled videos as we get into the rest of January here. So since all the ad revenue is going to charity from this video, the longer the video, the more ads that play. Our favorite ride in Los Angeles happens to be on this range. So we're just gonna play it for you unedited on the way down. And hopefully they'll just generate more ad revenue to donate to charity. Enjoy the ride.
Remember guys, we're not doing this for fun. It's our duty.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. They're all these trees. Should I just go? Should I? Oh my God! Okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Ow! Oh my God! Oh my goodness! All these trees falling down on the trail.
Uncut, it's uncut.
I mean, this is great. This is one of my favorite trails. Dude.
I'm stuck in the tree. So rocky.
It's taking them a little bit
So much debris. This is normally nice and clear.
All right. Oh boy. Oh wow. Ugh. So pretty. So pretty.
This is all from the windstorm. So much debris.
Ooh, it's a drop. This is why we call it the steakhouse. It's a long fall if you do fall, but it's not too hard of a trail, but it's a bit of a, oh, I'm fine. Dude, come, how great is this?
I love this. One of my favorite trails. What? That happens. Gotta bonk over it. See if I can get it or eat shit.
Oh God.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is the steak.
You said it would be uncut.
Yeah, you need help getting the bike over? Oh, you got it. Okay.
You got it.
Oh gosh.
One wheel much? Sink! That's my sink. Gotta catch up. Gotta catch up to these guys. We're still up.
We'll go up and over this. Woo! So pretty. It's so pretty. Woo! Oh man. Oh boy. It's a steep drop there. Whoa, oh my God. Hit my nose. Oh my goodness.
Okay? Yep. Yeah. A little slidey. A little tail slide.
Hey, respects. Cool. Oh, come on. Oh, I ended up in the dirt there once before. Ugh. Woo! Oh, I love that trail so much. Woo! Yeah.
Get this! Woo! All right, we made it. Hey, thanks for sticking around for charity, guys.